Hi, welcome to English Hamster. Are you learning English? Great. Here we learn through stories. They are simple and interesting. You can improve English while learning knowledge. Remember to subscribe, like and comment. Let's get started.
Do you ever wonder why some people work for hours every day and still struggle, while others seem to work less but achieve so much more? It's a question worth asking. You may know someone who is always busy, running around, constantly tired and working hard. But despite all the effort, they don't seem to get any closer to their goals. Then, there's the person who appears calm, focused, and balanced. They're not always busy, but they somehow manage to achieve everything they set out to do. How is that possible? From a young age, we're taught that hard work equals success. We hear phrases like no pain, no gain, and work until your idols become your rivals. But as we grow older, we start to realize something surprising. Hard work alone is not enough. Right now, there are millions of people working hard, cleaning streets, lifting heavy boxes, sitting in long offices, and doing jobs they don't enjoy, but they're still stuck. They're still tired, still broke, and still struggling. So, what's the real difference between success and struggle? What's the secret to turning hard work into results? The truth is, it's not about working harder, it's about working smarter. In this article, I will share 7 powerful rules that will change the way you think about work and success. By the end, you'll understand why working harder isn't always the answer, and how you can use your time, energy, and focus more effectively to achieve real success. Rule 1: stop working hard. Start working right. Many people believe that working harder than anyone else is the key to success. They push themselves to the limit, working longer hours and taking on more tasks, hoping that this will bring them closer to their goals. But here's the truth. Working hard without a clear direction is like running as fast as you can in the wrong direction. Imagine you're on a treadmill, running as fast as possible, but you're not actually getting anywhere. That's what happens when you work hard without focus or a plan. You exhaust yourself but don't make any real progress. Take a moment to think about what hard work really means. Is it simply about being busy? Does it mean working long hours without taking breaks? Or is it about doing the things that truly move you toward your goals? The answer might surprise you. True success comes from focusing on what matters most, not doing more. You can spend an entire day doing small, unimportant tasks and still be no closer to your dreams. But if you focus your energy on what's truly important, you'll see progress. Think about 2 students preparing for a big exam. Student studies for 8 hours a day, but without a clear plan. He reads random notes, flips through books, and keeps going over what he already knows. His mind is busy, but it's not focused. Student B, on the other hand, studies for only 3 hours a day. But those 3 hours are packed with focus. He has a plan, he's working on the most challenging topics first, and he's using the best resources. At the end of the month, who do you think will perform better? Of course, student B, because success isn't about how many hours you work, it's about the progress you make in the right direction. The key takeaway here is that it's not about working longer hours. It's about using your time and energy more wisely. You can waste your entire life working hard on the wrong things, but that doesn't bring you any closer to success. Many people confuse being busy with being productive. They say things like, "I'm busy," as if that automatically means they're being productive. But being busy doesn't always mean you're moving forward. Sometimes It just means you're running in circles. Successful people know the difference. They don't try to do everything. They don't take on every opportunity. They focus on the few things that truly matter. They don't waste time on distractions. They say no to things that don't move them closer to their goals. They spend their time on tasks that actually bring results, not just temporary satisfaction. Ask yourself this question before you start any task. Is this helping me move closer to my goal, or am I just keeping myself busy? If the answer is that it's just making you busy, stop and rethink your approach. Every minute spent on low-value tasks is a minute taken away from achieving your true goals. Rule 2. Focus on high-value work. Not all work is the same. Some tasks help you move forward, while others keep you stuck in the same place. Many people work hard all day but don't make any progress because they're focusing on the wrong tasks. There's a big difference between low-value work and high-value work. Low-value work fills your day but doesn't contribute much to your long-term success. It makes you feel busy, but it doesn't help you grow. For example, checking your phone constantly, replying to every message, or watching random videos might seem like productive work, but they don't move you toward your goals. High-value work, on the other hand, is the kind of work that moves you forward. It helps you build your future. It gives long-term rewards. High-value work might include things like learning a valuable skill, creating a business, working on your health, or improving your communication. These activities may not give instant results, but they set the foundation for everything you want to achieve. When you spend your day on low-value work, you end up feeling tired but unaccomplished. It's like climbing a ladder that's leaning against the wrong wall. No matter how hard you climb, you're still not getting anywhere. Smart people know that not all work is equal. They focus on the tasks that truly matter. They don't waste time on things that don't bring results. Instead, they focus on the few activities that will have the biggest impact on their success. Rule 3. Rest is part of the work. In today's world, we are often taught that constant work is the only path to success. Many people believe that if they're not working, they're wasting time. They fill their schedules with meetings, tasks, and responsibilities, trying to be busy every minute of the day. But here's something many people forget. Rest is not laziness. It's an essential part of the process. Taking breaks doesn't mean you're being lazy. It means you are being smart. Successful people understand this, and they know that taking time to rest helps them stay focused, creative, and productive. Without proper rest, your body and mind become exhausted, your focus decreases, and your creativity starts to fade. You make mistakes, lose motivation, and end up feeling busy without actually accomplishing much. Think about professional athletes. These athletes push their bodies to the limit, but they don't train nonstop. They rest between workouts. They eat well. They sleep deeply. Why? Because rest allows their bodies to rebuild stronger muscles and refocus their minds. The same applies to you. Without rest, your mind will become clouded and inefficient. Many people feel guilty when they rest. They worry that if they take a break, they will fall behind. They compare themselves to others who seem to work nonstop. But here's the truth. Rest is not wasted time. It is a strategy that allows you to recharge and come back stronger. When you rest, your brain organizes information, your emotions settle, and new ideas begin to form. Some of the greatest ideas in history came during moments of rest, while walking, showering, or just reflecting quietly. When your mind is calm, you can think more clearly and creatively. Remember the saying, "You can't pour from an empty cup." It means that if you keep giving your energy without refilling it, you will eventually run out. Rest is how you refill your cup. A tired mind cannot think clearly, and a tired body cannot perform well. If you want to perform better, you need to learn how to rest better. Taking time to rest is an investment in your energy and productivity. Whether it's walking, reading, or simply doing nothing for a while, those moments are not wasted. They are powerful. When you take a break, your brain processes information in the background. You return with a sharper focus, greater motivation, and better ideas. Rest is not the opposite of work. It is a part of work. When you rest well, you come back stronger, wiser, and more focused. Rule 4. Build systems, not stress. Many people rely on willpower to get things done. They wake up each morning and say, "I have to do this again," and they push themselves to keep working. At first, this might work. For a few days, you feel strong and motivated, but over time, willpower fades. You start to skip tasks, make excuses, and feel guilty for not keeping up. Eventually, you begin to believe you're lazy or undisciplined, but in truth, you're struggling because you don't have a system in place. A system is a structure that helps you stay on track even when your energy is low. It's a process that keeps you moving forward without needing constant bursts of motivation. People who succeed know this deeply. They don't rely on willpower alone. They build systems that support their goals and make progress automatic. For example, instead of trying to remember every small task each day, you create a routine. You wake up, follow a simple pattern, and your day flows naturally. Instead of worrying about how much money you'll have at the end of the month, you set up an automatic savings plan. Instead of studying randomly, you create a study schedule with set hours and subjects. Systems protect your energy because they eliminate the need to constantly think about what to do next. They save time because you don't waste minutes deciding what to do or hesitating. Over time, systems turn effort into habit, and habits are what shape your life. People who work hard without systems often feel burned out. They try to do everything, remember everything, and control everything. It's exhausting. Their mind never rests. They depend on motivation, and when motivation runs out, everything collapses. On the other hand, people who build systems live differently. They don't panic when they're tired or unmotivated because their systems continue to work for them. For instance, a content creator who plans their videos in advance can take a break without losing progress. A student with a set study routine doesn't have to fight the urge to procrastinate. The routine automatically keeps them on track. The beauty of a good system is that it simplifies your life. It provides structure and frees your mind to focus on what matters. When you have a clear system in place, you don't have to ask yourself every morning, "What should I do today?" You just follow the plan. And the best part, the more you stick to your system, the easier it becomes. So, stop fighting yourself every day. Stop relying on motivation alone because motivation is like the weather, it's unpredictable. Instead, build small, smart systems that guide you forward. These systems will keep your life organized, your goals on track, and your stress low. Rule 5. Learn to think, not just do. Most people are taught to do things from an early age. They're told to follow instructions, obey rules, and stay busy. As a result, they grow up thinking that being busy means they're being productive. But that's not always the case. You can spend your whole life being busy and still not achieve much. Real progress begins when you learn how to think strategically. Thinking is what gives direction to your actions, It helps you understand where you're going and why it's important. A person who thinks before acting can save years of wasted effort. Unfortunately, many people rush into tasks without stopping to consider why they're doing them. They chase goals that don't matter and repeat the same mistakes because they never take the time to reflect on their approach. This is why so many people work hard but don't see results. They're running fast but in the wrong direction. If you want to stop working too hard without seeing progress, you need to train your mind to think smarter. Before starting any task, ask yourself, what is the smartest and easiest way to achieve this result? For example, if you want to grow your YouTube channel, you could post random videos and hope one goes viral. Or, you could take the time to research what people are searching for, study successful creators, improve your thumbnails, and create content that connects emotionally with your audience. Both paths require effort, but one is blind effort while the other is intelligent action. The second path will always take you further with less stress. Thinking doesn't mean overthinking or waiting forever to act. It means preparing wisely before you move. It's about understanding your goals, analyzing your options, and creating a clear plan. When you think strategically, your actions become sharper and more meaningful. You avoid wasting time fixing the same problems and instead focus on what truly matters. Rule 6: Energy beats hours. We live in a world that celebrates long hours of work. People often boast about staying late at the office, skipping sleep, or working nonstop all day. But here's the reality: you are not a machine. You don't have an endless supply of energy, focus, or willpower. The key to real success is not about how many hours you work, but about how much energy you bring to those hours. Imagine this: you could sit at your desk for 10 hours, feeling tired, distracted, and frustrated, accomplishing very little. Or you could work for just 3 hours with full energy, deep focus, and clear intentions, and get far more done in that time. The difference isn't time, it's energy. Think about how you feel when you're full of energy. Your mind is sharp, your ideas flow easily, and you feel naturally motivated. But when you're tired, even the simplest tasks feel like a challenge. That's why successful people focus not just on managing their time, but on managing their energy. Energy is your most valuable resource. While time is limited, your energy determines what you can achieve with that time. You could have all the hours in the world, but if your energy is low, those hours are almost wasted. Protecting your energy doesn't happen by accident. It's something you must actively manage every day. For instance, getting a good night's sleep can give you more productivity than working late into the night. A 30-minute walk can clear your mind and recharge your focus far more effectively than scrolling through social media. Exercise, eating healthy food, and taking time to relax, these are all essential for maintaining your energy. And perhaps most importantly, a calm mind is far more productive than a stressed one. Stress drains your energy faster than anything else. So, protecting your energy means managing your stress levels as well. This is why success isn't about grinding endlessly. It's about learning how to recover and recharge. If you work hard but never rest, your energy will eventually run out and you'll burn out. You'll lose motivation, creativity, and discipline. Smart people understand that recovery is just as important as work. They work in cycles. They give their best energy when they're focused, and then they rest deeply to recharge for the next cycle. This rhythm allows them to stay sharp and consistent, achieving more with less effort. Protecting your energy also means protecting your environment. Don't let negativity, drama, or gossip drain your focus. Be mindful of how you spend your time and with whom you spend it. Surround yourself with people who lift you up, not those who drain your energy. Energy is your true wealth, and just like money, you shouldn't waste it. When your energy is gone, it's hard to get it back. So use your energy wisely. Work when you feel at your best, take breaks when you need them, and prioritize your well-being. In the end, success belongs not to the person who works the longest hours, but to the person who uses their energy the smartest. Rule 7. Be purpose-driven, not pressure-driven. Too many people work hard because they're afraid of what will happen if they stop. They fear losing money, disappointing others, or falling behind. Their motivation comes from fear, not passion. And when your motivation is based on fear, you might move quickly, but you will burn out fast. Working under pressure drains your energy, creativity, and happiness. You wake up every morning feeling anxious and uninspired. You push yourself to keep going, but deep down, you feel empty. This kind of work is exhausting because it's not driven by something meaningful. It's driven by external pressure. On the other hand, when you're working with purpose, something entirely different happens. You don't wake up with fear, you wake up with fire. Your purpose pulls you forward naturally. You don't have to push yourself constantly because the reason you're doing it gives you energy. Purpose gives your work meaning. It's the reason behind every action you take. When you work with purpose, you're not doing something just to impress others or meet expectations. You're doing it because it matters to you. A person with a strong sense of purpose doesn't chase approval or compare themselves to others. They know exactly what they're doing and why they're doing it. Imagine a teacher who loves shaping young minds or an artist who creates to express deep truths. These people work long hours too, but they don't complain the same way others do. Why? Because their heart is connected to their work. Their purpose fuels their persistence. Purpose also helps you handle the difficult times. When you have a strong sense of purpose, challenges don't feel like obstacles, they feel like part of your journey. You may face setbacks, but you keep going because you know what you're working towards. When you're driven by purpose, your work becomes easier. It's like you're no longer pushing a heavy rock uphill. Instead, you're running downhill with joy. Now, take a moment and ask yourself, why am I doing what I'm doing? If the answer doesn't inspire you, it might be time to change direction. Sometimes, you might realize you're climbing the wrong mountain. It takes courage to stop, reflect, and change course, but that's what real wisdom looks like. It's better to start moving in the right direction slowly than to rush ahead in the wrong direction. When you find your purpose, life feels lighter. Work no longer feels like a burden, and you stop chasing empty results. You begin to create real value, and that brings you joy. So stop letting pressure push you. Let purpose guide you. Find the work that gives you life, not the one that drains it away. When your work comes from love, not fear, you'll never have to work hard again. Instead, you'll live meaningfully, and that's the true definition of success. Final words: don't work hard, work smart. You've likely heard this advice many times. Work hard and you will succeed. It's a message repeated by teachers, parents, and society. But if you take a closer look at the world around you, you might notice something surprising. The people who work the hardest are not always the most successful. There are plenty of people who work long hours, sacrifice their health, and give up their peace of mind, yet they still struggle. They wonder why they can't achieve the success they've been working so hard for. The truth is, hard work alone is not the secret. Smart work is. Purposeful work is. Focused energy is. Real success doesn't come from doing more, it comes from doing better. The true winners in life don't waste energy trying to look busy. They think, plan, and act with precision. They choose high-value tasks over meaningless effort. They make time for rest and recovery. They build systems that support their goals instead of depending on willpower alone. They protect their energy like a treasure and spend it only on what truly matters. They don't just do, they think before they do. They work with purpose, not pressure. This is where most people get lost. They confuse motion with progress. They think that being busy means being productive, but busyness is a trap. It gives you the illusion of growth while secretly keeping you stuck. When you stop chasing busyness and start focusing on clarity, everything changes. You begin working smarter, not harder. You start getting results faster without losing your joy or balance. You learn to focus your energy on what truly matters. We believe that true success is not about exhaustion. It's about evolution. You are not here to burn out. You are here to build up. You are here to learn, to grow, to create, and to live a meaningful life. Working smart doesn't mean avoiding effort. It means directing your effort where it truly counts. It means understanding that your energy, time, and focus are precious, and they must be used wisely. So from today, stop glorifying endless hard work. Start designing a smart life, one built on systems, purpose, focus, and balance. Because in the end, success is not about how much you do. It's about how well you do it. You don't have to work until you break. You don't have to be tired to prove your value. You just need to move with intention, clarity, and purpose. Remember, my friend, the smartest workers win, not the busiest ones.
Hey, if you learned something new today, please give this video a like. Write your thoughts in the comments and subscribe to the channel. It only takes a second and it really helps to create more English videos for you. Thank you. See you next time. Bye.